Hi, my name is Mustafa Koita and I wanted to thank you for time. This is a little introduction to myself and a training video to go over our standard company presentation. Before I start that, I just wanted to take a minute out and tell you a little bit about myself. As the founder and CEO, I started Koita about 6.5 years ago. I'm a parent or a father of 3. I've got 2 naughty girls and a son. And I found that it was hard for me to get healthy organic milk in Dubai many years ago, and that inspired me to start the organic milk company. I spent a lot of time traveling all over the world looking for the finest product, procuring it, packaging it, and listened to a lot of people, mostly mothers and kids, in terms of what they wanted, and then developed our product and launched it. And my philosophy has been for all of our products that if it's not good enough for my kids, it's certainly not good enough for yours. And I take that really true to heart. What I'd like to do now is go over the company presentation. If you'll open it up, or it should be on the video now, you'll see that we've got Daisy the cow and Archie the almond that represent our dairy cow milk and our non-dairy line. They're 2 of our mascots and cute looking icons. If you go to the next slide, as you'll notice, we've gotten a lot of accolades in many publications, like Time Out Kids ranked us the Entrepreneur of the Year award. BBC Good Food said that we have the ideal clean milk. Forbes magazine ranked us as in the top 50 startups. And even Thomson Reuters globally said that we're one company to be admired. So we're very proud of all these accolades. We like to talk them up. And we usually start our presentation showing that to our customers. If you go to the next slide, again, it just talks a little bit about myself. The company's still 100% family owned. And again, we're very, very strict in our motto of, again, if it's not good enough for my family, it's not good enough for yours. Our vision is to be a leading global healthy foods brand. We're also very socially conscious. We give a lot back to charity. But our mission is really to help families eat healthier. And our motto that you see on the packaging and in our presentations is eat good, feel good, do good. And you might ask yourself, what does that mean? So eating good means there should be clean labels that any mom, can understand. Feeling good means that our marketing, our customer service is all very honest and transparent. I think you'll see in our marketing, it's super transparent. Doing good means that a percentage of all of our revenues go back to local charities in the regions that we sell. And we're also a member of the United Nations Global Compact, which means we're also kind to our planet. The fourth motto that we don't put on our packaging is listen good. And we really do spend a lot of time listening to you as either a distributor or a customer, because we won't know how to become better if we don't get good feedback. So we're always open to customer feedback and your feedback as well. If you go to the next slide, you'll see the company timeline slide. And this is a really exciting slide for me because it shows how we grew from inception in 2014 to 2019. And just to let you know, when I started this in 2014, we were only really doing business in 1 country, and we had 2 SKUs, 1 liter whole fat and a 1 liter low fat. And over the course of almost 6 years, we're now in 14 countries. We've got marquee accounts like Emirates Airlines and whatnot. Harvard Business School actually looked at our company, and they were so impressed with how well we've grown in the emerging markets with very little funding in the beginning, that they approached us and asked us if they could write a case study for Harvard Business School on Koita. And they sent people over from Boston last year, and they did that. And we're very proud to say that there's now a Harvard Business School Koita case study that's being taught in MBA classes in Boston right now. And we're very proud. In fact, I've been invited to go speak and be like a surprise guest at some of those classes as well. If you go to the next slide, you'll see our entire range. And basically we have 4 categories of Koita products. And I'm very proud to say that we started with just 2 SKUs, and now we have over 15 and growing. So we have the organic certified dairy range. So this is organic cow milk. And the big differences are the fat content. So we have a whole fat, a low fat, and a skim, all different fat contents. And then we also have them in smaller sizes. And then we have strawberry and chocolate flavors. The second category, which is also very fast growing, is our lactose-free category, which comes in a 1 liter and a 200 ml. And that's the first lactose-free milk in the region that's also hormone-free, antibiotic-free, and pesticide-free. We then have the newest range, which is our non-dairy, or what we like to call plant-based products. We have almond, oat, rice, soy, and soy for coffee, and we have a coconut milk coming out very soon too. Hopefully by the time you see the video, that'll be out. And then we have a range of cooking creams, which don't move as fast as some of the other stuff because people don't consume cooking cream as often as they drink milk. But it's a very wonderful Italian cooking cream, very tasty, and also one of the first hormone-free cooking creams on the market. So everything is delicious and nutritious. Everything has no hormones, antibiotics, or GMOs, or genetically modified organisms. And everything has no artificial preservatives, stabilizers, or powders. So that's very important to us. If you go to the next slide, it just has our specs. And, you know, most buyers want to know what are the sizes, the types, the barcodes, the shelf lives, the packs per case and the cases per pallets, and obviously the HS codes if you're importing. As you'll notice, all of the white milks, the white cow milks have around 6 months, and the flavored milks have 8 or 9 months, and then the non-dairies have a year, which are the longest shelf lives because they're vegetable based. You can fit about 10 pallets in a 20-foot container and 23 pallets in a 40-foot reefer. So if you live in a hot area, it's important to, and if the temperature will go below room temperature, you should ship in a reefer container. But if the temperature is fine, then you can ship in a dry container. If you go to the next slide, you'll see that we have we've got 2 markets, retail and HoReCa. And on the retail space, we've got some of the biggest names in the region that are carrying our product, again, across 13 countries. So like Carrefour, Spinneys, Waitrose are big retailers here in the UAE. In Saudi Arabia, we're in Danube, Tamimi, Panda. We're in a number of stores now in the Philippines, Angola, Kuwait, and we're also dealing with a lot of online retailers now. So if you're in a country where online is taking off, because it's shelf-stable milk, the online channel seems to be a growing channel for us as well. If you go to the next slide, you'll see HoReCa. So this is hotel, restaurants, and catering. And again, usually we sell more in retail. That's kind of our dominant market in Class A or Class B retail. But HoReCa also is very important, mostly the front of house HoReCa. So Emirates Airlines is one of our marquee customers. Our chocolate and strawberry milk is on 167 flights a day on Emirates Airlines in their first and business class kids meals. We're in a lot of cinemas. We're in many Four Seasons hotels around the regions in their kids meals. There's a lot of coffee shops. So I'd say in HoReCa, anywhere there's a kids meal or a kids sort of interaction, the 200 mLs do really, really well. The 1 liters sell in a lot of coffee shops that are serving organic milk. I think that's another big opportunity. And you know, a lot of people use us as an ingredient. So anyone who's making protein shakes, organic ice cream, they love to use our whole milk. So those are some of the most common areas in the HoReCa business that we're sold into. If you go to the next slide, you'll see the product range overview. I'm not going to go through this in detail, but I'll just say that you've got the blue, which is whole fat, the red that's low fat. So the whole fat is 3.7 grams of fat. It's one of the highest fat contents for any milk because we don't water down our milk. We put the maximum fat to have the healthy fat and the creamiest flavor. And a lot of people say that our whole milk tastes like fresh milk, even though it's shelf stable, because it's a very creamy Italian taste. The low fat is about 1.55% fat. It's also referred to as semi-skimmed in some regions. And then finally, the skim milk is 0.3. And that's for someone who wants less fat or less calories, but also the health benefits of drinking organic cow milk. If you go to the next slide, our flavors are amazing. I think our chocolate milk is one of the tastiest chocolate milks in the world. It's why Emirates Airlines and the US government actually chose our products over others. It was designed by a number of Italian chocolate connoisseurs. It has more of a European style chocolatey taste, and I think it tastes less. A lot of chocolate milks have a lot of a sugary taste. We taste more like Italian cocoa. which I'm very proud of. And again, it's also fortified with vitamins. The strawberry milk, I really recommend that you look at the strawberry milk video. It's really fun, but what we realized when we were developing strawberry milk is that real strawberry milk is actually white in color. And that is because the formulation of strawberry milk is about 90% white milk, then a percentage of strawberry puree, and a percentage of brown sugar, and then vitamins. You know, it's the last 10%. And if you think about it, white milk is white. Strawberry puree, when you whip it, becomes very, very light pink. And when you mix that with white milk, the milk is really white. And when we were formulating the milk in Italy, the formalists were asking us if we wanted to add food coloring. And we said, well, why would we have to add food coloring? And they explained to us why it was white in color. And we went with a company philosophy that we're going to keep it real and we're never going to add food coloring. What we also learned during this process is that not only do we have the first strawberry milk, one of the first strawberry milks in the world that is white in color, and that real strawberry milk is white, but we also learned that there's a lot of big food companies that are adding red dye to their strawberry milks and strawberry frappuccinos that actually is derived from a bug called the Koita beetle. And we just thought that's a really gross thing. What kid would want to drink strawberry milk with bugs in it? So watch the video. There's a lot of articles, and there's a very interesting story around the strawberry milk that you can share with your end consumer or your customers. Going to the next slide again are details on the lactose-free and the cooking creams. They're the first hormone-free versions in the region of those. And again, the lactose-free is a very fast-growing segment, very fast-moving product. The 1 liter tends to sell at very high volumes. And again, the cooking cream, not as much of a high volume, but one of the only hormone-free Italian cooking creams, very tasty when you're making pastas and things that require rich cooking cream. The next slide is USPs and breakdowns on our non-dairy range. I think what you'll notice is that the almond tends to move the fastest. Oat is also very fast growing. And the reason I like oat is it has a naturally creamy taste because of the oat, but it's also very high in fiber. The rice milk is made from also Italian rice. I think has a very nice, naturally sweet flavor to it. And then in the soy space, we made 2 soy. So we have one soy that is a soy for drinking that tastes very good and has a very beautiful taste profile that a lot of people say tastes the closest to milk. And then there's a soy for coffee lovers, which was designed actually to froth and foam really well. So you have one soy for drinking and one soy for coffee. The soy for coffee it was designed by Italian baristas and will get you almost 15 cappuccinos per liter. And what's great about this is that you can actually go and for an economic reason, a coffee shop will take you because a soy for coffee can make 15 cappuccinos versus regular soy milk will make around 7. So that means they can buy half as much soy milk because this milk froths so much better. And please try it in a cappuccino. It tastes wonderful. Trust me on that. Moving to the next slide, again, we just talk a little bit in more detail about the soy barista edition or for coffee lovers. We've got some instructions on how to get the perfect foam. But again, please try it for yourself. Put it into a frothing machine or a cappuccino maker and you'll see for yourself. We're also loved, if we go to the next slide, by a lot of HoReCa customers. So one of the finest Italian restaurants in Dubai, Alboro uses us. There's a company that makes ice cream called Sucreria. American School Dubai is a big consumer of ours. And then one of the catering companies that caters to the schools also here in the region. And these are just some accolades and some comments of the many comments that are sent in. We just wanted to share it with you. If you go to the next slide, giving back has always been important to my family and me. We give back a large percentage of our net profits every year. We work with Al Hussein Charity, which deals with orphans and the needy. We've dealt with Disabled Children's Association in Saudi Arabia that deals with a lot of disabled children. We did stuff with the Ramadan fridges, which is a big movement here in Ramadan to help the poor eat during the month of Ramadan when they're breaking their fast. And we've also done stuff with the Palestinian refugees. You can see all of it on our Instagram at Koita Foods or at Koita Foods on Instagram. There's a lot of videos posted on charity work that we do, and we're very proud of doing that, and we'll continue to do that as we continue to grow. If you go to the next slide, there's a lot of, on our social media, we've posted a lot of videos. We also have a lot of videos on YouTube. So here's some links. I would ask that you watch all 6 of these videos. And there's also a compilation video. And this will really give you a sense of the fun and friendly and premium and transparent brand ethos that we've created as Koita. And the videos, again, are great to show buyers and great to show end customers in your markets. And finally, if you go to the last slide, please contact us. We're always open to feedback. Again, you should all be following our Instagram page at Koita Foods, our Facebook page. You can always call us. You might have an account manager that you can contact, but we love getting feedback and hearing from you. So anyways, thanks so much for listening to me. I hope this was helpful, and I hope it helps you convey what Koita is all about to your customers.